Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm Joe
There
with
you go.
Cowboy Cartel.
Hey folks, Lionel here with Cowboy Boots, Hats, and Western Life Enthusiasts.
What's going on, guys? It's Clay with Cowboy Cartel.
And Clay, I hear, I, I hear the fire alarm thing going off. Man, you are gonna be in trouble one day when you're sleeping, and you're gonna have a fire, and it's not gonna wake
It's
you
it's
up,
the
man.
battery on the
God
security
forbid.
system that's been replaced 4 times. That battery on
All
that
right.
security system has been replaced 4 times, and it's still charged.
Well, I'll tell
I
you
don't know
what.
what to do with it. I give up.
I'll set my stopwatch next time it goes off, and then I'll know how often it beeps, and then I can just go in post production and I can remove that beep. That way, that lady who offered to send you a battery won't be upset next time.
It's not that big of a deal. They'll get over it.
No, it's fine. And
Hey,
something like that where it's
if they want to pay for a studio for us, that'll be fine too.
there. You go. You know, we get you
If
both down
somebody wants to
here.
sponsor a studio for us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we get you both down here, and we can sit around my table here. I got plenty of lighting, and I'm sure we can do something with the cameras. Maybe, yeah, it's something to look at in the future. I mean, we're only on podcast 6, and every one of them is going to get a little better, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
So first off, we had intended to have Caden Fenolio on the show today, but that didn't work out. We're going to reach out to him and see if we can reschedule and make that happen another time. We were trying to get promotional stuff out so everybody would be available. That's why this is not a live broadcast where we're taking questions tonight. Just with my travel this week and everything else, just didn't seem to work out. But we'll try to get that rescheduled. Well, what's everybody wearing today?
So, I have on the American 5200 for a hat. Are we talking boots too, or are we just talking hat for now?
Sure, boots, hats, whatever.
All right. Well, in that case, I got the Lucchese Cretans on,
What are
and
those? Is that the goat?
these are yes, sir. Those are my favorite snip toes. Um, tan, and I'll tell you what. Lucchese, I don't know if it's their last or what, but they make the most comfortable snip toe I've ever put on. It's almost like I'm wearing a square toe. It's so comfortable. I don't know
Every
how they
boot
do
they
it.
make, every boot they make is probably one of the most comfortable boots I've ever worn. If
American.
you get the right fit. Well, yeah, and I'm talking about GY Last, the Lucchese original. But
Right. The
the footbed is super comfortable, and it looks great, feels great. But you got to get the right fit.
yeah.
You can't just order your normal size because sometimes they come in kind of crazy.
Oh, the 12D works perfect for me. The only issue I've had with Lucchese was that Mexican last, but
Hmm.
these American last is just beautiful. Like I don't know, I can't wait to actually try on the square toe of theirs because this snip toe is beautiful.
Clay, how about you, buddy?
I have on my newly acquired American 40X Pecan from Joby's
Congratulations.
Hats.
Yeah,
Great
Joby
hat.
shaped that up
It's
for
giving
you,
me a
right?
little issue on the brim. Oh yeah. Joby shaped it up with a Minnick and a 10-inch relaxed brim on it, and Kevin helped me out trying to find it. He went in and actually helped Joby find something for me. So that was greatly appreciated from Kevin.
All
That's
right.
funny. We'll talk about Joby and the Minute Crowns a little later because I got some stories about that. But what else? What kind of boots you got on there? I bet they're Dan Post. I'm gonna take a wild guess.
You are incorrect. I'm wearing your
Oh
favorite
man, you
China
only had
shoes at
3
the
to choose
moment.
from. You got it wrong.
What are you wearing, Clay?
I'm wearing my Hey Dudes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not used to wearing, I'm not used to wearing anything but, cowboy boots with a cowboy hat. And, it's kind of sacrilege. A lot of people think you can't do that. But, man, Joby's people, that's what they wear. They wear Hey Dudes. When I was there, I fit in, and that's what I did. So it was quite comfortable.
Hey man, you're supposed to have that
Especially
punchy cowboy attitude. You can wear whatever. You're a cowboy. You can wear whatever you want.
there you go.
That's
But
right.
standing up 8-10 hours a day, with that line of people waiting to have their hats shaped, I don't think I could have done it in cowboy boots. Well, I had
I heard that line today was 20, 25 people deep waiting for Joby.
25. That's probably right. Yesterday it was in and out. It 10 o'clock, probably about 11 o'clock in the morning. It was all the way down the entire width of the store. It started going around the corner. It got a little out of control yesterday, but we got it taken care of. Yeah, today at 1 o'clock, it was all right, and then it got busy, and you don't even see it happen. You just look up, and there's this huge line. But today I'm wearing my American 50/50. I took my 7800 to Joby's, and that's what I was wearing when I got back when we started the podcast. But Clay was wearing a 7800, and somehow we both switched before the show started. I'm just
We were
I
trying to be
wore
efficient.
yeah, that's right. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? Anderson Bean Grizzly today, and my new Joby shirt.
That's awesome.
It's a what is this? Columbia Camp shirt. So it's the short sleeve version of a fishing shirt, and it's really comfortable. I like it a lot. I like the fishing shirts, with the long sleeve, and this is, I like it. So
Does that
I just
have
got
the
the JH
American
logo.
sign in the back?
No, this one does not.
Oh,
My American shirts are still in the car. They need to go to the cleaners. And they've got, you guys will see them in the next podcast. I'll wear those, but it's American shirt and the JH logo also. So I'll wear one of those next podcast. But
What's your
yeah.
what's your thought on those Anderson beans since you've had them for a little while now?
Well, man, Anderson Bean, they're comfortable. I'm kind of saving a lot of this for the extended review, which I've been waiting to do because I've had a lot of problems with them. But I'll give you a rundown. When we were at the American factory, I wore a pair of Lucchese's, and I took the Anderson Beans just in case, and I left them in the car. And in that 4 hours we were there, they shrunk to a size that I couldn't get my foot in them. No idea how that happened. So I've spent the better part of a month breaking them in, stretching them, and they're back now. I can wear them. But the problem is, it was only the right boot that really shrunk so much, and when it did that, it discolored. So I had two different color boots, and I tried everything. I tried the new Cali Leather Life on them, and that almost made them worse. And then I took saddle soap, and I just completely stripped both of them with saddle soap, and I reconditioned them. Now they are one color, and they fit, but the waxy substance that's the fat in the grizzly or whatever it is stripped off the vamp, but not off the heel, because I didn't do the heels. They weren't a different color. So now they're symmetrical, but weird. So I'll deal with that, and it'll probably be they need to be waxed or something. I don't know. They're comfortable though. They are comfortable. Great boots. They have a horrible warranty, and by that I mean they have zero warranty. I sent them a message on another pair of boots that has a problem. It's a factory issue, and they said to take it back. Well, this is so long-winded. I got boots over here that I haven't even worn yet. They're still in the box. I've never taken them out of the box because I'm still waiting to do reviews on them. I just don't have time to do all of these things. And so the Anderson Bean, I can't take them back. We're 3 months, 2 months, after I bought them, and it's like a 45-minute drive. It's not worth it. They have zero warranty. You cannot talk to them about any kind of manufacturing defects. So if you have a boot for 6 months and the heel comes off because of poor workmanship at the factory, you're stuck. There is no warranty. And I have that in writing from Anderson Bean. Actually, I have it in writing from Rios of Mercedes.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It really.
At least it's a good warning for people if you're gonna buy an Anderson Bean. Look over the boot pretty well before you buy it.
Yes, I'm going to say that's absolutely true, a true statement. And I think what makes Anderson Bean so popular is they have a lot of different leather options and a lot of exotic leather options at a fairly reasonable price. And they're pumping them out left and right, but it's kind of like Rodeo King. You don't have any recourse with the factory.
They are super comfortable though.
They're pretty comfortable. They're not the most comfortable boot I've ever tried. The footbed is okay. It's comfortable because it has, an insert, so that makes them more comfortable. But I do get fatigue with them after 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that. Not horrible. They're a wide square toe, so there's plenty of room. Especially the Grizzly is really soft, so there's no rubbing issue. The suede is a little more stiff, and there's some rubbing issues there. But that's another issue altogether, and I'll address that all in reviews coming up on those. But not particularly comfortable with the way they do business there. But they're selling boots left and right, so it's working for them.
Yeah, I mean, so here's my position on Rios of Mercedes and Anderson Bean. So I wear their boots without their footbed, just regular without their insole. So I basically, they have a little piece of leather, basically super traditional hard leather insole. And I wear them like that. And to me, I never get foot fatigue or anything. There's plenty of room, and they're nice and tight on your feet, and there's room where they're supposed to be. So I think they're really well made and super nice. I've never had to use the warranty, so that hasn't been an issue for me. That's why I've never looked into it. But yes, if something like that had occurred, I would want them to actually, kind of take care of it. So if I would have to drive to the store, I mean, I'd drive to the store. If I was close enough to the store where I purchased them from, but I mean, they're a heck of a nice boot, and I mean, they've been making boots for heck even longer than Lucchese, so they know what they're doing as far as that. I mean, I really like them, but if that's the case, they really do need to up their warranty procedures.
Right.
Like you said, yes. I mean, they got everything going on right, except for that.
Right. And I was hoping we would have a really good relationship with Fenolio, and it would be my new and we still may. I was hoping it would be my new go-to boot, and it's super comfortable. It's probably the most comfortable boot I've ever worn, hands down. I have not tried it without the insole, the foam insole. And it's not a really thick insole, so I'm thinking it's a combination of a really good footbed, traditional insole, and a little bit of padding. So it would be, to me, like putting a foam insole in a Lucchese. And there's,
Right.
Great looking style, just a really comfortable boot. So, hopefully I'll get some more pair of Fenolio and get to see those in maybe an exotic skin or something like that. But I really like them so far, and I've still got that coming. It's just been really, really hectic around here lately. Oh, Clay, you probably can't see this. In our studio, the camera views are a little different than after post-production, but check this out, Clay.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Good stuff. Hold on.
Yeah. Huh? I can't see you, Clay.
Every single hat in here that Joby sells brand wise. Yeah, is it too dark? It's really dark with that hat. I don't know.
No,
if
I've got no video for you.
Yeah, same here.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Well, it'll be seen on the video.
It'll be seen later. So we'll react to it like we know what's happening here. I'm assuming you're showing us Joby hats. That looks awesome.
Yeah,
it looks great, man. I love it.
Every single one of my hats that Joby offers or sells brand, I put a Joby hats patch on. Kevin sent me a good bit of them. Let me rephrase that. I sent Kevin some money, and Kevin shipped me some patches from Joby. So don't be hitting up Kevin for free patches. That's not how that works.
No. And
let me state that before people start hitting Kevin up again.
If you buy a hat from Joby, he will include a patch or possibly two. And I spent the weekend with Joby doing a Joby hat shaping school, and in appreciation for what he did for me. And I mean, he's done a bunch for me personally, and for my channel, and for all of us. So I said, hey, give me a patch that I can put on my microphone, and I'm gonna make sure this is on, on camera when we do the post production. So if it's not on this time, it will be next time because I'll have to move it.
Did you anyway. Did you get you a new hat while you were there, or did you just shape hats?
I did get a hat. Man, I should have brought that. I'll put some pictures in post production here. So it's not a personal hat. It's my shaping hat, my practice hat that we did in the Joby shaping school, and it's a Twister Bangora. And I did a Minic on that, and then I did a Cattleman, and I messed it up, being nervous, and a Bangor is really hard to shape anyway. But I messed it up the first time, and it's something kind of I do a lot when I do a Cattleman or a Minic. I go too deep, or I get off center, and he showed me how to correct that without starting over, and punching it out. So it turned out I got a grade of a 9 out of 10 on it after it was done. And
there you go.
It's a good looking hat for what it is. And it's right now it finished its life as a Cattleman crown, and probably just like a punchy style brim. It's really got a pronounced dip. Just a really good looking brim shape. I really liked it. It's a size 7. I had Joby sign it for me, and I'm just going to hang it on the wall. It doesn't fit me. You know, it's just a practice hat, but something I want to keep. That's my graduation certificate from Joby Hat Shaping School.
Next time you got a job interview for a shaping hat, just show them that hat. It's like, hey, here's my
Right.
certificate, by the way. I graduated. Oh, you're back
And
on.
my staff shirt.
Am I back now?
My Joby staff shirt.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I see you.
There we go.
That's cool, man. I love that
I just
shirt,
switched
man.
to mobile hotspot.
Yeah, I wore the. Yeah, you're not very clear, but I at least see you now, and I'm sure you'll look fine on the rendered video.
Yeah, it's fine on my side. I
lost
don't
you
know.
again
I gotta
anyway.
get this internet thing
Yep,
figured out in this
same
room,
here.
or just switch rooms. Period. I'm just gonna switch rooms next time. It is what it is.
Yeah, audio's bad too now, bud. So maybe switch back. But
Yeah, I'm gonna switch back.
yeah,
If it kills audio, I'm switching back.
All right. So yeah. So I wore this shirt today at Joby's, and I had a great time, man. Went in yesterday early in the morning, and you know, I kind of just sat back and watched and took a lot of it in, and then you know, I watched everything he did, asked questions, and then started shaping the practice hat. And I really feel comfortable and confident. You know, going in tomorrow, I'm gonna probably go in early and see if I can get some hats shaped at Cavender's. It's gonna be. I mean, it's a Monday. It's hit or miss. I could have a hat. I couldn't. Maybe I don't even have a single hat tomorrow, but I'll figure something out. I might find a hat to do.
Hopefully. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be just coming out of Joby's, probably the best hat shaper in Cavender's now.
Right. Yeah, for sure. You know, I talked to Joby, and you know, the idea is I'm going to come back here and get a little more experience shaping hats the right way, because my Cavender's has two other hat shapers, and they're both managers. One of them has been doing a really long time and is very quick. I don't know if he's as methodical as you know, Joby. He's a manager of a store. He's got a lot of different things going on. He doesn't shape hats. You know, he doesn't shape 100 hats a day. You know, but he's pretty good. And the other one has not been to school. You know, she's just kind of learned, kind of like I had previously, and maybe her technique isn't traditional or correct. She gets the job done, and her hats usually look really good. But you know, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully, I can, you know, bring something to the table there, and people will be able to bring hats in and get them shaped up really, really nicely. And it's funny because I do a lot of cattlemen at Cavender's in the Austin area, and Joby does almost no cattlemen. It's funny because every hat that comes in, Dominic, maybe a CHL every once in a while, but I would say 9 out of 10 are Minick. And
the
Clay,
Minick's nice.
That's funny because Clay got a Minick.
There you go. Yeah, Minicks are nice, man. It's just I have the Minick here, and it's hard to grab as good as my cattleman.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a big hand too, but I mean, I can grab that. I can grab mine like it's nothing. I don't know if my camera's back or not, if you saw any of that, but
no,
I'm gonna pretend I did though.
Yeah, it looks great. I see how you grab it.
I can grab mine very easily and move it around. But I don't know. You know, everybody shapes Minicks differently. Mike Greeley's a Minick, and it's a completely different type of Minick than what's on this hat. And I do have an issue grabbing it, but it's more of a deeper, wider Minick. And the dimples aren't as big. You kind of, you know, there's a lot more to grab there. This hat's pretty tall. And But I mean, I like it. I've always been a brick guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
I
not had a
remember that.
brick, or I mean, a CHL once in a blue moon. I would do, but I finally tried a Minic on my Greeley, and I loved it. It's probably going to be my go-to for a very long time.
It's funny. I learned a lot of tricks from Joby this week. I mean, I'm not gonna share all of them. He's said that he would, if anybody wanted to come out and learn, he would teach them. But he's not gonna put his stuff on video for anybody. So I'm not gonna tell all of his tricks. But I learned a lot of cool techniques. How to do a CHL without even using your fingers to make the crown shape. A lot of the brim shaping work that I had just kind of figured out on my own. I've learned the tricks and techniques to get the brim shape right, and to get the spacing right, so that you're not off to one side or the other. And then, like, this hat is not perfect. This was one done by Cavenders, and then I reshaped the brim myself. So it's okay. It's not the best brim. It's not how I would do it now, and I might redo this eventually. But there's so many tools that I don't have access to at Cavenders that I'm going to have to kind of start accumulating tools, and I'll probably be at the Home Depot tomorrow getting some stuff just so I can go into work.
They'll be like, "Where you whip that out of?" It'll be kind of like that deal. Like, oh man, everybody's coming over to see Joe.
Yeah.
For a hat shape.
Right. Well, they do anyway. I'm usually the only option on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, but I'll probably start working Saturdays and Sundays now, and or Saturday or Sunday or something like that. Maybe every other Sunday, something like that, and start doing some hats in Cavenders, South Austin. So you need a hat done.
Yeah, I think talking about the shaping thing, I mean, a lot of people don't know this that haven't been around hats like us. That there's a difference between somebody that knows how to shape a hat and somebody that's a hat shaper.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
there's a big difference there.
That's true.
A lot of these bigger stores, such as Cavenders or Boot Barns, have a lot of people that can shape hats, but not a lot of people that are true hat shapers. And people have really got to be careful about that. You see a lot of horror stories posted, through the Facebook groups all the time. It's like, hey, I went to Boot Barn and got this hat and they ruined it, or the guy didn't know what he's doing. And, Boot Barn's notorious for that because I feel, at least in my experience from talking to people that have, at Boot Barns, they're just thrown out there. They're not a hat shaper. They're just said, hey, can you shape hats today? And that's all it is.
Well, that Resist All Vinyl has, it was the second one because the first one I ordered through Shepler's, had it shipped to Boot Barn. I picked it up and had them shape it, and they immediately jacked it up and had to keep it for almost a week. Had somebody else try and reshape it on a Saturday, and it just looked like trash. And I'm like, you guys are gonna have to buy this back. So they bought it back, and I ordered another one, and then I took it to Cavenders, and it kind of wound up with what Lionel originally saw, and Joby actually reshaped it, the brim, but the crown is kind of toast.
Yeah.
So Steven, one of our admin for American, he's in Kentucky, and he went to Boot Barn, and they can't even shape hats. They've got a Jiffy steamer, and it's been broken for months. So even if it worked, there's probably nobody there who could shape it. And he took it to another Western store, and I think they didn't know how. They had the tools, but they didn't know how. He wanted a George Strait, and they're like, we can't do that. Like that's like one of the easiest things. There's not even any hard angles to a George straight. It's just a
Right.
whoop. There's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing to it.
it's a like an SC type brim.
I think Boot Barn's about to be notorious for having their Jiffy machine as good as McDonald's ice cream machine, always broken.
Right.
Might as well. I mean, that's going to
I
relieve
went
them from screwing up hats.
there's one in Gainesville, Georgia, and I was surprised when I walked in that they actually had a big steamer. Because I'd never seen one in a Boot Barn before. And they actually had a guy in there that was shaping, and I spoke to him. I didn't have him shape anything, but he claimed to be shaping hats 20, 25 years, and he from what he was doing, he looked decent. But they didn't have any open crown hats. He was shaping all stamped hats and fixing little brims here and there for people and small adjustments and stuff. So we all know how that stuff goes.
And I took my 6100 to Allen's here in Austin when Lionel and I first got those. Was that like 8 months ago, something like that, 8 or 9 months ago. And I had them shape it up, and they didn't even use steam on a straw. They did the hard angles by breaking the straw. And these guys, they said, I'm third generation hat maker, They got no idea what they're doing, man. I mean, they've done some hats for me, and they get it done, but they're not doing it the right way either. I don't care if you're a third generation hat maker, you're breaking a straw, you're breaking a straw.
Yeah, you've got to have some type of aspect of steam. The only thing I've ever seen where you really don't have to have a lot of steam is a poly rope. It doesn't take a lot of steam to get a poly rope to hold shape.
Well, that's another thing with the straw. It doesn't take a lot of steam.
No, it doesn't.
People are over steaming
very easily.
Yeah, people are way over steaming straw. At Cavender's, they'll steam it so hot they have to wear gloves to shape it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's something I'm going to try and convey to them, that you don't need that much steam. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
maybe.
there's
Go ahead, Clay.
When I first started looking into getting into straw hats, and I've got to look and see her name because I can't remember it, but there's a lady out of California that shapes at a larger Western store, and they did several YouTube videos with her of her shaping different did kind of different trends of each years and stuff. I don't know if y'all have ever seen those videos or
I've
not.
seen her, yeah.
But
oh yeah.
Well, she's something interesting she did when she steams a straw. She hits it with enough steam. I mean, you're talking several, not even 2 or 3 seconds. And then as soon as she does, she wipes the entire straw, gets any type of moisture off of it, and then she goes to shaping. And she can knock. I'm impressed at how well she knocks a straw out.
Well, and that's a Joby technique too. It's a certain amount of seconds for different materials, and certain amount of seconds on the top, certain amount of seconds on the bottom, and you do both sides, not just one side. So
she learned from Big L's.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what it was.
Yes, sir. Out of California.
While we're talking about that, Joe, I think you'll be interested in this. I looked up just American straw shaping to try to find her videos. The first video is a video from Cowboy Christmas, then her video, and then there's a video from American. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of your videos right after it.
Nice.
So you look up American, we're coming up.
All right. Well, I need to get some more American videos out there. I just got so many things to do and not enough hours in my day, and I'm running around. It was a 3-hour drive. I needed to get back for this podcast, and I was late. You guys had to wait on me. But I'm trying to get all this stuff done, and I need that. There's not enough of me, I guess. But yeah, you guys get down here and maybe we can spread the load out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would definitely help. But you and me have a few things planned on me coming out to Texas, so maybe we can get a couple things knocked out, or at least a couple things we've had conversations where we're trying to get in order.
Yeah. So Clay, I don't think we talked about this on camera. While I was at Joby's, Kevin was there with me today. He came and hung out. He's got a little project of his own he's working on. But what happened while I was there, Clay? Because I was talking to Joby, and next thing I know, Kevin had a hat in his hand.
Kevin persuaded somebody to purchase another hat. We'll leave it at that.
What? How did that happen? How did that all go down?
Yes. Kevin and Joby things. When I get on the phone with Kevin and Joby, I end up spending money. It's not a good thing.
All right, so I guess you'll be.
We had a conversation,
that,
and I told Kevin. I said, call me. I said, I gotta go do something. I'll call you back in a minute. And Kevin texts me. He goes, send me the money. I go, okay.
You just send him money.
So I'll have another Joby. He's gonna be. I've spent a lot of money with Joby in the past month, but we're not going to talk about that. It's fine.
I sure hope that comes out well on post production, because I didn't hear a word you said there, Clay. Sorry. But I was so there was some really cool stuff going on at Joby's today, man. I'm going to put a picture here of this crown, that's a heart-shaped crown that was done, and I'll send you guys a picture here. But Marlene, one of Joby's shapers, who's been just doing this for a long time, I think she's 7 years in. She knocked out a heart-shaped crown on a really, really cool-looking American hat. I didn't get the model number. It's one of the two tones, but it's a custom. It was a custom shape, size, and sweatband that Joby had made from American.
Oh, so a custom color straw?
It's not a custom color, but the not the sweatband, the hat band was a custom hat band, and it's a fashion hat, so it's like a 3.5 inch brim. I just sent it to you guys, so you should have it.
Oh, kind of like almost like a fedora brim.
Yeah, but she did the crown in a heart shape, and I was lucky enough to see that, see how it's done, and I would like to do some of those too. So that'll be interesting.
I saw the lightning bolt on the television when I was there, and I saw some other stuff like some twisters or whatever, but that looks pretty awesome.
Well, so I got to see some branding while I was there too, and I will put some pictures and a video in here. But this girl came in. She'd come from Best Hat and couldn't get what she wanted there, so Joby hooked her up with a Resistol black gold, and she wanted a crown branded on it, and he drew a crown freehand and put it on there with a wood burning tool. And so that's another thing I need to add to my bag of tools. But I saw that, and then he's got some branding irons that he can actually brand a hat, and I saw him do that. There's and we've got these faux brands now that can go on a hat. They're felt, and this one's a custom one for a guy I know, but I've got letters too where you can put your initials. If you can't get to a place like Joby where he does the custom branding, this is an alternative, and they're available on my website, cowboycartelgroup.com, or our Facebook store. But that's kind of where I got the idea from that. I see the branding at Joby's, and I think, man, that's really cool. But not everybody can get that done. So we will do some custom stuff if you contact us.
Nice.
It's not cheap though. I mean, because one-off stuff never is.
Nothing
Yep.
custom.
Right. But we're trying to offer a little
Am
more
I
stuff.
fully back with you guys now? My computer crashed.
I can hear you, but I cannot see you. I can hear you a lot better than I could a minute ago.
So it's not cheap, but it's a good value.
I'll take it.
There's a
It's
big
good
difference
value.
between the two.
It's good. If you buy enough of them, they're cheap. The problem is anything custom artwork is we've got to make one, and one is going to be as much as 20. So you might as well just order 20.
Yep, exactly. Because I tell folks, I say, people are like, that's a lot of money for, I work with bikes. That's a lot of money for that bike. It's not worth it. I'm like, well, it is worth it. It's a good value because I'm selling it to you at a good price. But it's not cheap, and that's not what you want. But if you're thinking that's expensive, then it's not the right bike for you. Or it's not the right hat for you, or whatever it may be.
Right. Yeah. And I did get some insight into that. Joby offers, everything from a Twister open crown. I mean, I didn't even know Twister made an open crown, and I don't think they really do, except for Joby. They might, but he orders. He goes through a lot of hats. We probably sold over 100 hats yesterday, and that's a ton of hats. I don't care who you are. 100 hats in a day. That's a lot of hats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm lucky to sell.
Yeah, there's a.
What's that, Clay?
So yeah, there's no telling how many he goes through on a weekend, because you got to think everybody. A lot of people will travel for Joby's name too.
Yeah, everybody wants a Joby experience. He's got his own line. There's a main line, and then there's a Joby line for people who want their hat shaped specifically by Joby. So, and sometimes he doesn't have the time for that. He won't split the lines, or he'll say, like yesterday, we were there all day until 7:00 at night. We finally broke for lunch. He's like, "What time is it? 4 or 5?" Like, it's 7. He's like, "Really? We're eating lunch at 7:00?" So and then we went back out there again. So it was busy. It was busy all day, and I really wish I could have stayed and helped out today, but I will go back. I'm gonna get some of the hats under my belt, and maybe you guys will see me at Joby's one day, shaping some hats on a weekend or something. That'll be fun.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sorry to cut you off. I do have like 5 minutes left.
All right, let's go ahead and we've been on here almost an hour anyway, so we can go ahead and cut it for an hour today. Or we don't have a lot of content where it's just us talking. We've already lost Clay again, so why don't you tell everybody what you got coming up? I know you just did a Freeney. No, you didn't do a Freeney. Who did you do that? You did a Roman boot video last week. What do you got coming up?
Up next, actually, I got the Farini interview that I've done, and so that's coming up next.
The Fenolio or Farini?
Oh, sorry, Fenolio.
Right.
Yep, Fenolio boot interview that I did with them. Can't wait to actually release that. It was a really good interview, and I'm definitely looking forward to be doing a interview again to be actually doing a review of the Fenolia boots. Also, I just got a contract with Carter's Boots, and I will be doing a review on a pair of Hondos in the near future. I'm just waiting for my size. Spoiler alert: it's going to be a new book bull hide. So that's going to be coming up, and I'm looking forward to it because I've been meaning to review Hondo for quite some time. Um, so I'm just waiting for my size to come up. But my promo code is available if y'all ever want to use Carter's Boots. Uh, I guess you could put the promo code in the description. It's
Yeah.
CBHLE 10. So
All right. You send me that, and I'll put it in the description when we do that.
yes, sir.
And maybe so we've got a 20,000 member um, milestone or benchmark or whatever you want to call it coming up for American Hat Company, and
Yes.
we're looking for some sponsors for that because I'm planning a giveaway personally, and if I don't have to spend my money to do it, that would be awesome. So anybody who anybody who's interested in sponsoring a giveaway for our 20,000 member mark, we might do a contest for the giveaway at the 20,000 mark. It might not just be a straight giveaway. We might make you guys work for it a little bit. We've been talking about best American hat photo, and so I'm going to try to put that together right around the time we hit the 20,000 mark, which should be this week.
Yeah.
We're pretty close. I think we're 19,500 members right now. So I will. I'll see if I can. Maybe we'll get together and see if we can come up with something for that. I was thinking of a buckle or something like that, but
19.5.
Yeah, maybe if we hit 50,000, I'll get American to throw in a hat,
Throw their hat in the ring, so to speak.
throw their hat in the ring. I can't guarantee anything, but I can lean on them, and if we got 50,000 members, I think they would probably be willing to do that.
Yep. Yeah, so the Roman boot reviews, that one was also going good. The only thing is, I had mentioned in the review for the Roman that, when I was taking off the boot, the heel came off a little bit. But I spoke to Roman after the video because I know that he does allow return, and he actually has a really good warranty now. The boot, it's a $179 boot. Yes, time is of the essence when you're selling a boot for $179. You don't have as much time to actually, um, you know, check everything but he does his best, and he says he's always trying to improve and give the best value he can to the customer. So they're a really nice looking boot, and after we actually did the video, I did the video, and I gave him a holler, and I told him about it, and he says, "Well, if you have to put in a video, I completely understand. It is something that happened." But I told him that I let folks know that he was willing to make sure everything was taken care of, and he would warranty the boot, no questions asked. Send a return label, send him back, send him a brand new pair. Made sure everything was perfect on it, and it's something that could happen when you're talking about a handmade boot, especially at that price. But as long as the manufacturer is willing to work with you, and I think that's something we were just talking about earlier. And they're always willing to take care of their customers. That's really all that matters. You can't really ask for more than that. But it is a very cool and unique pair of boots. So if you guys go on his website, Roman's Boots TXRB, and check out his boots, I think if you like the way the boot looks, because it's going to be like nothing else you'll ever see. It's worth a try.
Right. All right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing. I need to see that review still. I've been busy with this, this travel this weekend
Yes,
and
sir.
stuff. I haven't had a chance, so I'll get that watched, and we'll look forward to the Fenolio review
Yeah.
you got coming up, or interview you got coming up. And for me, I am going to continue to try and pump videos out, get them out this week, what I can. I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I'll do what I can when I can get it done. Just
Absolutely.
have to wait. Just have to wait for it. Want to thank Joby and Joby's Hats. You need patches. You can go to jobysHats.com, I believe. Is it Joby's Hats? jobyshats.com. And he's got hats and patches, and you can order them right there on his website. His online store is separate from his in-store store. So if you don't see a hat that you want on there, give him a call because they may have it in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And they do all of the shaping in the store, but the online is at his warehouse, just a few doors down. And so they kind of run that separately, but they still shape the hats in the store. So if you
It's
see
funny.
something, give him a call.
It's
If
funny you
see
should
something,
say that
Mhm.
because I remember when we were over there, I saw a monster cart full of hats getting brought into the store, and I'm just thinking, hey, it's really hard to keep that inventory uh, in check online,
Mhm.
because of how many hats has to come in the store at one time and how busy everybody is.
Right.
Um, it's almost impossible to actually put all that inventory in the system. So
Right. And
you
as
know
fast as they're going out,
yeah, exactly.
eh,
So it's like if you guys want a hat, if it's not on the website, it is definitely a good idea to actually give Joby a call. And also, he is a absolutely wonderful shaper. I mean, he's definitely one of the best out there. I would say in the whole world. So
and you can follow him on Instagram. If you order a hat, he might put that on his Instagram. And if you tag Joby's Hats on one of his hats that he has done for you, um, he'll see it on his Instagram too. And his Instagram is Joby's Hat Store. So
yes, sir.
find him there, and you can find me at Cowboy_Cartel_group at Instagram, and Cowboy Cartel Group on Facebook, and YouTube, and the cowboycartelgroup.com.
On TikTok.
On TikTok, I am Cowboy Cartel Group as well. Best thing to do is look at my link tree. You can find all of my links at Cowboy Cartel Group on Facebook. And
Yep.
visit us at the American Hat Company Enthusiast Group on Facebook. We might have some giveaways coming soon. I know we've got some giveaways coming soon. We just don't know exactly what it's going to be. So anyway,
Most definitely.
Lionel, and I guess for Clay, who's not going to make it back in time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good one, folks.
See ya.